The smallest state in the U.S. has one of the biggest history traditions. The Ocean State Rivalry goes back 105 years. Today, the state capital of Providence takes on the state of Rhode Island. And it's all happening right here on truTV. Rhode Island looking to win in Providence for the first time since 2002. If they're going to get it done, Jonah Hilton might have to lead the way. Dropped 25 against Temple, 24 against Yale. These are two teams that are true rivals from the supermarket to the streets. This is all over the state, and we are just over 30 minutes until tip-off of the Ocean State Rivalry, the 135th meeting. It's a rivalry so deep, both schools can't even agree on how many games they've played. I love it. TNT Sports College Basketball pregame presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Adam Lefkoe here, Jalen Rose to my right, C. Webb to my left, and Bruce Pearl to all the way down there to the left. I think of Providence. I think of Billy Donovan. I think of Rick Pitino. I think of Rhode Island. I think of Lamar Odom. I know yours goes even deeper than that.
Well, that's because I'm older than you, right?
True, yeah.
I'm thinking of Dave Gavitt, right? I'm thinking of 1973. The Friars go to the Final Four with Bad News Marvin Barnes, Ernie DiGregorio, Kevin Stakem.
Yeah, coach.
I think of URI. I think the legendary Jack Kraft and Sly Williams.
Oof.
This rivalry is for real in the Ocean State.
And that's what I love about it, Coach. This is what I love as a basketball fan. You pulling those names up, 1973, all the way to Lamar Odom. And I think that's the connectivity that we college basketball fans have. We can go back and trace. And so a lot of big expectations, though, when you mention a guy like Lamar Odom. Jay.
I might have to get up and walk off the set, Coach. Because you named a lot of people.
Yeah.
You left off someone.
Billy Donovan.
Maybe the number one pick. It was somebody that was the number one.
The greatest player in the history of
A
Providence.
good-looking left-hander.
Somebody that might have been related to you.
Jimmy Walker, my biological father.
That's
Was
amazing.
the number one pick in 1967. I never met him,
Wow.
but he was the best player in their history. And I've got a chance to talk to their team and visit them multiple times. And to go there and just see, like, the memorials that you were just talking about of the players is just like, it's so historic.
That's beautiful. That's really cool. It means a lot, not just to your family, but all the families out there in Rhode Island. Let's check out the history between these two programs. Like I said, first game was in 1920. We say the 135th. I believe Rhode Island thinks it's 137 meetings. Last year, the Rams knocked off the Friars, snapping a 3-game losing streak. And again, as I mentioned, Providence has won 10 straight games at home. And to get better perspective on all this, why don't we go to a Newport resident who is live at the game, my main man, Andy Katz. You know a lot about these two teams' battle.
Well, it's the smallest state in the Union, one of the original 13 colonies, and it is by far one of the best rivalries in men's college basketball. Here's the deal. If you live in South County, like I do in Newport or in Kingston, it's mostly URI territory. You go above TF Green, the airport in the middle of the state, small state, it's all Providence. Arch Miller, head coach of URI. He coached in Indiana, Purdue. He coached in Xavier Dayton. He was a player. NC State, UNC, he told me this is by far the nastiest rivalry between the two fan bases of any that he has participated in. It's a good thing this game's at noon, not tonight. A little less alcohol at this hour. If we're up to Providence, the Friars would not go down to the Ryan Center or anywhere near Kingston. That only happened once the Ryan Center was built. They want this game all the time in Providence. That's not happening. They don't like going down there. It's Big Brother Big East versus Little Brother A10. Providence versus URI. That's what this is all about. And I'm going to tell you right now, if URI loses, it's not the end of the world. If Providence loses, it's a big, big deal for the Friar staff, for the faithful. This is intense. It's nasty between the two fan bases. It's going to be a good one.
Andy, thank you so much. We're going to hear from you during the game, and we'll check in with you later. Thank you, brother. Every rivalry, we had Cincinnati Xavier last night, big brother, little brother. You guys talk Michigan, Michigan State, big brother, little brother. And Rhode Island kind of looks like they're on the up and up right now. But that dynamic of big brother, little brother seems to always be a thing.
And also, that's what I love about collegiate sports that doesn't take place in professional sports, is these rivalries take place regardless of ranking, regardless of who's in uniform. And like Andy said, and like you mentioned, whether it's at the supermarket,
yes,
whether it's on the street, it's personal.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it.
So Providence may be big brother, but they got some young dudes on their team that are getting some big minutes. It's this freshman class that has got a lot of attention. Vox comes over after playing pro ball in Estonia, so he is a very experienced player in one right. And Jameer Jones comes in, a consensus 4-star recruit, top 50 player in the nation. Some young guys pulling big weight for the
Absolutely. And C-Webb knows a little bit about being the freshman of the year, and Vox has been terrific all season. He's made 2 threes in every game. So if you're a bettor, you might want to put something on that. He leads the team in assists. He's 6'7", and he does a really good job of not only creating for himself, but also for teammates. And I anticipate if Providence is going to win, he's going to be a big factor.
Also have to factor in the interior presence of Providence.
Yeah, you have to factor that in. I mean, they're an anomaly when you look at the fact that it seems that they really can't guard anyone, but they block a lot of shots. I mean, they're allowing 83.7, let's get real, 84 points a game in college, and that's not really great. But look at this defense. You have great on-the-ball defense. Look at the help coming from the corner, but you have this big man inside. Arunse, and when you have a guy like this, watch this. Here I come. Help, block shot. And so if you are a team playing against them, you may want to stay out of the paint because look at this great defense. Here you go. You have Vox right there doing a great job, and you think, wait, the help's coming over. Nope, look at that. Look at that quick anticipation. You have to love that from Arunse. Anytime you have a big man in the middle, coach, it gives those guards on the perimeter so much more confidence to get up in them and to funnel them to that big guy.
It does. But when I look at teams that block a lot of shots.
Yeah.
I said the reason why they're blocking a lot of shots is because the opponent's getting to the rim. They're driving. I mean, those working on closeout drills, like these guys are driving right by me, and I'm glad I got the big guy behind me. So sometimes a lot of blocked shots is an indication that you're not a very good defensive team.
Especially when you're giving up 84 points.
Yes.
I mean, that's incredible.
They've played a really hard non-conference schedule. You just saw Colorado there. Also took on Virginia Tech, Wisconsin, and Florida. So the schedule has been tough. One guy that I know Coach Kim English loves a lot, Jason Edwards, saying he plays with no fear. He's from right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
You know, every now and then you watch a game and you say, that guy's worth the price of admission. Like, I'd pay to go watch him play. And I love little guys. When you go on the playground and you picking up players, sometimes the best guy out there is the littlest guy. He doesn't always get picked first, but he wins. This is a flat-out bucket getter. This is a guy that you flat-out cannot stay in front of. He played with no fear. He's averaging 19 points a game. And this cat has lived the American dream. He started out at Miles College in Birmingham, Alabama. No scholarships. Then he goes to Dodge City Community College. Then he goes to North Texas. I played against him last year against Vanderbilt, and now he's Providence's leading scorer. Awesome. Living, working the American dream.
All SEC third team last year at Vanderbilt, averaged 17 points per game, and now he gets to try out the Ocean State rivalry. Let's pivot now to Rhode Island. We've done enough previewing of the Friars. This is a team that has improved every year under Archie Miller. 9 wins that first year, doubled it by year 3, and right now they are 7-2. And this rivalry means a lot to Coach.
That game's on your mind 365 days a year. I mean, it really is. It means a lot to the tradition of both places. When you play this game for these two schools, it doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are. It just matters on that day. This one right here is maybe the most underrated game of college basketball. People don't really understand. It is a fantastic way to compete.
Archie Miller really exploded on the scene with that Elite 8 run when he was leading Dayton a few years ago. Now he's got a Rhode Island team trying to get over the hump. They've had big wins over Temple this year. They're the only team to beat Yale. Coach, what do we think of Coach Miller?
I think he's doing a terrific job. And you know what's interesting? When I played against people that I was supposed to beat, I felt like there was more pressure. When I was playing against people where I knew it was going to be a challenge, I oftentimes coach better. I don't know if you guys played better in those situations. Right now, all the pressure's on Providence. I mean, Providence is playing at home. They're in the Big East.
Right.
Archie Miller's playing with a bunch of young guys. They do a great job of getting downhill. And how about this? 10 steals a game. which means his teams are flying around defensively. If Providence doesn't take care of the ball, you or I could pull the upset just because of how hectic they play defensively.
You know, Coach, you had a good point there. You know, I haven't played for you, but under your personality, I think that you shield your players a lot.
See
by being out there.
I went to Detroit Country Day.
Yes.
I tried. I was just an assistant at Iowa.
I know, Coach.
I tried.
If I would have known your personality, Coach, I would have been there. And I want to say this about Rhode Island's coach. He just embraced it. He just said, listen, this is the biggest rivalry. People don't think about that. And as the underdog, to be able to say that takes a lot of heart and guts. And he's not just saying this for the soundbite. He's been saying that in every practice. He's been challenging guys. And that goes with also encouraging guys saying, hey, you know we got Big Brother this week, but I believe in you. And so I love the fact that coaches shield their guys through what they say or what they don't say in the media.
And I want to piggyback off what Coach said. They do a great job of flying around and getting steals, holding opponents to 66 points. But the problem with Rhode Island is they have to make threes. They only, in today's climate, they only make 6 threes per game.
Which is insane.
And that's just so very tough to be consistent and win when you're not knocking down a three.
Now that I know this about Jimmy Walker, are you going to be able to be unbiased today, or are you always kind of pulling for Providence?
I'm always
Man,
trying
he
to
better pull for Providence.
Yes.
Gotta
You
pull
know what I'm
All right, so
saying?
That's
you'll
my
handle the
sneaky
Providence
squad.
highlights.
Yes,
I'll let
indeed.
them do Rhode Island. Okay.
Yes.
Now I know.
Yes, sir.
The great Jimmy
Here
Walker.
at TNT, we care about visibility, and we want to be honest with you guys. We're getting ready to start the Ocean State rivalry. Couldn't be more excited to have it on our network. We got more coming up right after this.